Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day and above all else that you're indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to a new album review. And in this new album review, I'm going to be talking about the new release from Jethro Tull called Curious Ruminant. Curious Ruminant was released on March 7th, 2025. It is the band's 24th release overall. It is a follow-up release to the 2023 album Rock Flute. Prior to that, they released the Zelot Gene in 2021. All three recent releases from 21 to 25 have been released through Inside Out Music, through Sony Distribution. The album was produced by longtime member and mainstay, and some people would call Jethro Tull himself, Ian Anderson. Now, playing on the album, as I go through my notes here, you have Scott Hammond and James Duncan on drums and percussion, Jack Clark on guitar, Ian Anderson, of course, on flute, vocals, acoustic guitar, tenor guitar, and mandolin, and Ian Giddens and John O'Hara on piano, keyboards, and accordion. Now, I've listened to this album a couple of times. Jethro Tull are back in a big way, if my opinion counts for anything. There are 9 tracks on the album in total, and the album has a playing time of around 51 minutes. Now, I am happy to see that the band are releasing an album every couple of years now. Prior to the release of the Zelot Gene, the last album that the band released was the Jethro Tull Christmas album. So I'm glad that they're back in the routine of releasing an album, if not every year, every couple of years. Now, the one single I heard from the album is a title track, and when I heard that, I was like, okay, I got to get this album, and I'm glad I did. As I said, there are 9 tracks in total, and in terms of the instrumentation, it really does remind me of Songs from the Wood. That's the closest correlation that I can give you in terms of an album that's closest to this. Fantastic musicianship on this album. And the songs, like Songs from the Wood, pretty much like every Jethro Tull album, probably with the exception of A, do have that minstrel quality about them. Now, I'll go through the tracks with you. Starts out with the track Puppet and the Puppet Master. I was going to say Piper. Puppet and the Puppet Master. And in my notes, I have here gentle piano chords on the intro. And at 16 seconds into the track, flute and accordion come in, beautiful rhythm guitar that come in at a fast tempo, sweeping tight instrumentation that happens on the track, nice short guitar solo, and great organ swells on this track. Now, I gotta tell you that for me, when I hear this album, that the instrumentation is tight. I mean, very intricate, very short passages, and they're often running from the word go in terms of the instrumentation on this album. Track 2 is a title track, Curious Remnant. You have, in my notes I have here, sorry, beautiful piano, dramatic rhythm guitar chords that come in, steady rhythm guitar chords that go out throughout the song, subtle organ swells, intricate acoustic guitar, understated piano, and tight staccato rhythm guitar. Uh, that again, that permeates throughout the entire track. And then also in my notes I have your nice thick guitar tone on the solos. And for me, this song, along with the other songs, pretty much all of them, have themes of reflection. Okay. When you put this album on, for me, I'm automatically in late fall, early winter. You come back again from a long day in the forest, and you put this album on, uh, and you got a fire going, and you sit back and you listen to this, and it takes you on a journey, right? You can sit back, close your eyes, and you are in this time frame. This album is not of a modern time frame. It is of the, I'd say, I don't want to use Game of Thrones reference, but like 16th century, 17th century, that mindset, that time frame. And you don't mind going back there because you know what? It is simply beautiful. Um, Up next is a track called Denison Hill. Great flute and accordion passage, nice thick guitar tone. Again, lyrics have a storyteller quality to this piece. Great, great track. Next up is a track called the Tipu House. Up-tempo pace, sorry. Great use of mandolin and accordion and a nice flute solo. I mean, I was gonna say the flute in this album is very prominent, very upfront in the mix. And he does some flute passages that are just so tight and intricate and interwoven with the other instrumentation that is going on. It is simply fantastic. Uh, Track five is a piece called Savannah of Paddington Green. And I'm going to have here great, tight, intricate instrumentation and fantastic interwoven flute and accordion on this track. Track six is a piece called Stinging Hand. In my notes again, tight interwoven instrumentation, a flute, accordion, and mandolin, and very ornate in its arrangement. Again, you listen to this and you are not in the present day. You are back in the days of the, 16th, 17th century. And you don't mind it because you know what? You're going on a journey when you listen to this album, and it is simply bloody fantastic. Up next is a track called Over Jerusalem. And in my notes, I have here beautiful flute and accordion, uh, and wonderful guitar, strong guitar chords that come in, prominent bass on this track, which I do like, and intricate instrumentation, reminiscent for me of Thick as a Brick. The quick start and stop sections of Thick as a Brick. And it's just great. And great guitar soloing on this track. Now, track eight is a story unto itself. Here we have the 16-minute plus opus called Drink from the Same Well. And to me, it's the album centerpiece, as I have in my notes. Extended instrumentation sections divided into five parts. Part one, you have beautiful interwoven flute and piano, fantastic melody on this. Part two, that starts at the 2 minute mark, great acoustic guitar and accordion, rhythmic drum pattern that comes in, interplay of flute and accordion, understated synths that sort of pin everything together or hold it down. Great. Counter melody within the melody that comes in, just beautifully done. Uh, Use of tabla on this, and it's very faint, not faint, but it's subtle, a subtle use of tabla. Part three starts at 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Beautiful flute and great sprawling piano on this piece. Part four that comes in again at 7 minutes and 44 seconds. Great acoustic guitar passage. Uh, at 7 minutes and 57 seconds is when the vocals finally do come in. And beautiful twin flute soloing on this. The lyrics are of self-appraisal. And he's basically saying that with the political climate and the climate in terms of what's going on in society, also politically, we're basically the same. We are all the same individual. We bleed the same. We sleep the same. We are human beings, and we should start treating each other like human beings. Okay? And it's a very strong message. Part five comes in at the 13-minute and 32-second mark. And to me, it's a return to the musical theme of part two. Very uplifting tempo and melody on that. I'm telling you, this album is worth buying for this one track, "A Drink from the Same Well" alone. I applaud the band for, and I don't mean to sound condescending, but I do applaud the band for going down this route and just giving us a beautiful, beautiful uh, extended piece of music like this with vocals, obviously, throughout the track. But this track is drenched in beauty and opulence and uh, beautiful, ornate arrangements. It's got to be said. It's got to be said. Track 9 is a track called Interim Sleep, and it starts off with a heartbeat rhythm on the intro. Not like Dark Side of the Moon, Speak to Me, but just a heartbeat rhythm that comes in. Beautiful acoustic guitar and flute passage that are basically, again, interwoven with one another. And he delivers this in a spoken word passage. And he's basically talking about he is not afraid to die. And because he knows that what awaits for him, although it may be unknown to a very large extent, he's excited for the possibilities ahead. Because eventually we will all get to a point where we will pass, you know. I think it is a beautiful way to end the album. I think that as much as Jethro Tull has taken chances in the past with albums like A Passion Play and uh, Thick as a Brick, obviously, I think that this album takes those same chances, and I think that the execution and the results are simply beautiful and fantastic. So there you have it, guys. Uh, Jethro Tull, Curious Ruminant. Please check it out. You can stream it on YouTube. You can get the album on Amazon.ca, Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk. On Amazon.ca is going for something like 28.95, and the price keeps fluctuating. You can get it on a single disc vinyl digipack. You can get it on a triple disc uh, uh, digipack format. Sorry, the it comes with two CDs, and the second disc is an alternate mix of the album, and it also comes in Blu-ray audio. And it also comes in vinyl format. So please check that out. Jethro Tull, fantastic. They're back. Again, Curious Remnant, please check it out and let me know what you think of the album down there in the comments below. All right. There are a lot of shows that we're working on, ladies and gentlemen, and we will bring them to you as soon as we possibly can. All right. We're going to be doing more shows with Jim Bricker and Ken Cheshire and Bill Schuster. Bill Schuster and I are working on an idea that we have. Uh, uh, Top singles from 1970 to 1979. So we're each going to pick five singles from each year of the 70s, plus two honorable mentions, and we're going to bring that episode to you, or that set of episodes to you, as soon as we can get it done. And more shows in the old noggin, and I'm going to get them out to you as soon as I possibly can. All right. Please look after yourselves and one another. Please click like and hit the notification bell and subscribe to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. All right. I will see you soon. Please look after yourselves. Have a great day. Bye for now.